got a good one for you today. Let's go!
Hey, this Chief Hickson with Chief Says, exclusively for those looking to go to the next level when it comes to overcoming problems, obstacles, and challenges in your life. Here at Chief Says, we provide a positive energy platform for you. At Chief Says, we take you through some powerful tips that have been proven to change people's lives, and it can change yours too if you apply them. This is different from those little 1-minute videos and Instagram and Facebook things that I do, but this is still a positive platform. At Chief Says, we got a portion that's set to the side that we bring in some positive people that are performing at a phenomenal level. Hey guys, and I want to talk to you. At this very moment, we're going through some serious stuff, mentally and physically. It's not just the COVID-19. It's not just cancer. It's depression, anxiety, PTSD, chronic illnesses. People have lost loved ones. People are struggling with their own identity. People have been fired or even been laid off from their job. The list goes on and on and on and on. We bring in some positive people that are living the example of what they preach when it comes to inspiring, motivating, and encouraging people to reach their full potential. Here at Chief Says, I got a segment that I sat to the side that I talk about some positive things. But I always talk about to myself like, who motivates the motivator? And the answer is you. Hey, right now we're going to do a short deep dive into one of my Instagram videos that I actually do. So during this segment, so it's called I Won Because I Woke Up This Morning. So check this out with me. Chief Hickson, I got a good message for you guys today. I got some good news to actually tell you guys. I woke up this morning and that's it. I woke up this morning. So everybody's not as fortunate as us to be able to wake up. If you're watching this, then you woke up this morning too. So take those wins, take those blessings, take those opportunities to go after your dreams and aspirations. Everybody don't have that opportunity. I'm happy about that win. Small win, moderate win, big win, whatever you want to call it. I woke up this morning and you did too. Take this opportunity and do something with it. Chief Says, I woke up this morning and you did too. Let's go. That was a good one. I got a lot of hits on that video. It's simple. I woke up this morning. That means I won. Okay. I take those wins and you should too. All right. People are taking say, oh, that's not really a big deal. It is a big deal. Everybody's not as fortunate as us to be able to wake up the next morning and then go after our dreams and aspirations. Take every day as an opportunity to go after your dreams and crush it. Tell somebody that you love them. Tell somebody that you care about them. All right. Don't waste these opportunities that you have that God has blessed you to open up your eyes to be able to do something positive. All right. So take those opportunities. I woke up this morning. I won and you won. Look at that video. She says, let's go. Okay, guys, I'm bringing a special guest out here today. I've been chasing this guy for some months now to be able to get him on the show. And you'll understand why I say chase, because he's physically fit. He takes his family out. He does a whole bunch of things. He's an inspirational, motivational person. If you follow him on Instagram, it's the practitioner. All right. So he got some more words in there like that, stuff like that. So I want to bring the practitioner in, Mr. Erice. Give him a hand. So how you doing, Mr. Erice? What's your first name? Tell the audience your first name and last name, and just tell us a little bit about you that I didn't mention in the introduction, sir.
All right, Chief. So my name is Mark Erice, and I'm married with 2 daughters. I've been married for 10 years. We got a 16-year-old and a 7-year-old daughter. I was born and raised in the Philippines, and I migrated to Hawaii in '97. I was a prior service. I was an Army tank crewman for 6 years, and I currently work for the Army Corps of Engineers here at Fort Shafter as a DoD civilian. And between my DoD civilian time and military time, I've conducted several deployments, twice in Iraq and twice in Afghanistan, along with disaster mission here in the United States, particularly with Hurricane Maria and the California wildfire.
Now I see you on your videos. I see you working with a lot of disabled veterans and personnel that's possibly dealing with mental toughness and stuff like that. Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, just a little bit. Do you work with disabled veterans?
No, I don't work with disabled veterans. However, I used to work at the Wounded Warrior here in Schofield as one of my first job as a DoD civilian. And on top of that, I was a prior service myself, and I have a lot of battle buddies that I went to deployed with, seen things that you can't fathom, and I myself have dealt with mental illness, PTSD for many years, and that's what got me started to do what I'm doing now, because I personally know a lot of people who's dealing with mental illness as well as physical injuries, and I myself have physical injuries from deployment.
Yeah, I love it. And I watch your videos and stuff like that. Those very, very inspirational type of things. So you guys go out, look at his videos, follow him. He's a phenomenal person. And again, I did not know that you actually went through some surgeries too, right? Some like knee surgeries.
Yes, I've had two knee surgeries, both my knees, left and right. And I've had multiple back surgeries. And I'm going again in 2 weeks to put a titanium a spacer in my spine. And recently, about a month ago, I had a spinal cord stimulator removed from my spine. So I'm trying to do another approach to see if I can, get better and live the life that, American dream life.
Wow, that's crazy. So I appreciate your story, and you're just going to pretty much show the audience that they can actually bounce back. They can be resilient and bounce back from those things that you have done as well. Could you give us a specific time where you noticed that you were gifted at motivating and encouraging people to overcome some challenges?
Yeah. So actually, my fitness journey started on my last deployment as a DoD civilian last year in Afghanistan. When I went there, I was a little in a heavy set, and one of my buddy who was also working with the Corps of Engineer, kind of gave me the reality check and said, "Hey, the last time I saw you, you're kind of, a little bit in the bigger side." So that was kind of my wake up call. And, he challenged me to say, "Hey, let's have some challenge and see who can lose weight and who can be in a better shape." And from there, I took it to heart in a good way. I took it very seriously. And within probably 3 months, people are seeing results, and they started asking me, "What are you doing? How are you doing it?" And people were just, so motivated to know what I was doing. And that's when it started. I started training a couple of my colleagues downrange in Afghanistan because they want to get into the same regime.
Right. So typically in your aha moment, you actually went through it yourself and people are seeing you, and then you started encouraging others. Is right?
That is correct.
Okay. So were there any challenging times in your life when you had to kind of take your own advice or take your own medicine to overcome hurdles?
Absolutely. Honestly, it's an everyday challenge. I can honestly say that, like I mentioned earlier, I've for many years, and even to this day, I have dealt with mental illness, due to PTSD, depression, anxiety and all that. And even to this day, I'm not saying, I'm perfect, and people may see it that, I'm in good way, but in reality, I still face challenges, until, to this second. But I try to keep that mentality that I give to people when I say, "Hey, be positive, be strong." And I try to tell that to myself every day to be better.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that story. Not too many people even share that they have PTSD or they dealing with it or they know people that deal with it. So again, knowing that, people actually like yourself, what I'm saying, that's struggling with it. People go through things mentally, and a lot of people don't even know it. A lot of people don't know it, and we look fine and we doing things, but we're struggling, and people have different levels of it. So you're not the only one that shared that on Chief Says. So I appreciate you doing that. Can you think of a person or family member that influenced you the most and why?
It's not one person. It's my family, my wife. I've been married with her for 10 years, over 10 years now, and through adversities and through my darkness, she's been there for me. So I have to keep fighting for her, and I have to show her that, hey, I'm here as the head of household, and I gotta lead the way. And at the same time, also my kids, because I wanna set a good example for them. You know, I, I I can show them that, hey, yes, daddy is been through darkness, and challenges in life, but if you remain positive and remain strong, you can basically go through anything. So they are the reason, or they're my why per se, my wife and my kids.
Wow, you answered that perfectly. You know what I'm saying? You're saying you influence through your actions and what you do. And you're definitely doing that as a family man. You definitely have some tremendous people around you, and you're influencing your kids and your wife to work out. And those videos, you can see like everybody's involved, and it's not like you dragging them along. They're excited to be in your workout session. I'm like, it's crazy. So kudos to you, man. Outstanding job being a family man and influencing your family in the right direction. What is the best advice that you have given someone and it actually worked? Like, you like, wow, I can't believe it worked, but it worked.
Um, for me, I think the best advice that I've given to someone, and I use it every time, is to tell people that said, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish in life, whatever journey you're on, accept, that there's always going to be challenges. You have to face the challenges. So don't get caught up on those challenges and obstacles along the way. You just gotta keep charging on and continue mission.
Yeah.
And there's multiple friends of mine, and even people that I don't know, have messaged me, saw my videos, and said, "Hey, I appreciate you, posting this video. It got me started." So that's kind of a big reward for me.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And you post quite often. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't really post really as often, and you end up losing that. But for some reason, I feel like you're posting for yourself too, to get encouragement to other people so that they can understand that it's not about about them. It's about you making sure that you actually put this information out in this challenge. So you had a very good inspirational. I think you did it like about a week ago, and you stopped for a minute and you paused and you talked about overcoming challenges and stuff. And I appreciate that. And I encourage you guys to go out and look at that video he did about a week ago. So again, you're doing a really good job. If you could go back to your 20-year-old self and give yourself some advice, what would that be?
20 years. I wish. But I think uh, what I know now, if I could go back in my high school years, I would tell myself, change your mindset. Uh, what I found out through this journey, mindset is probably, if not the most powerful thing that we have. It controls us. It tells us to do whatever it is that we want to do. It provides motivation and everything that we need. So if you tell your mind that you can do it, you're gonna do it. So I would tell myself, hey, change your mindset.
Change your mindset. Your perspective affects your performance. Being able to change your mindset where you can go after things, because you're right. The mind is important. You can lift all the weights you want. If you don't have the right mindset, you're not going nowhere. You know what I mean? So it's very important. And with the mindset, what are some recommendations you could give people during this extraordinary COVID-19 circumstances that we're dealing with? Because people are dealing with some stuff. I mean, you hear in Hawaii, and there's people that lost jobs. There's people that struggling with everything. And what's some advice that you would give them going through this extraordinary times of COVID-19?
Yeah, I understand. This is a very unfortunate time for all of us, and I know that some are worse than others. But I think the biggest um, advice that I would tell everyone about this pandemic is to be patient and be positive. I know it seems worse right now, but we will get through it. It'll get better in time. So we just gotta just be patient and be positive.
Be patient, be positive. Remember that. Be patient, be positive. In order for us to come out of this pandemic, we all need to be together. We need to be patient. Our discipline has to have that stamina to be able to go on for the duration that we need to stay inside and quarantine a certain time so that we can get over this COVID-19. What are your recommendations to deal with like stress and anxiety?
You know, like I've been there, and I like using, you know, positive, and that's probably gonna be my advice, you know, with dealing with stress. I know that when it's that moment when you're stressed and the heat of the moment, you think of the most negative things you could think of. But again, it's changing your mindset. For every stress moment that you have or negative moment that you have, try to find something positive out of it, you know. And I think, you know, like I said, mindset, changing it into a be more optimistic per se.
Okay, so pretty much once you're going through that, start thinking of something positive or something to change your mindset. Because whatever you're going through right now, I guess obviously you can't change it, but you can change your mindset to actually absorb it a certain kind of way. I love that strategy. I love that strategy. So, you know, how can the viewers find out more information about you? I mean, do you have a Instagram or something like that you have?
So I do have the Instagram, and my name is the practitioner.
Where'd that come from?
The practitioner, and I also have a Facebook. My name there is Mark Gold Blooded Erice, my last name. Gold Blooded, I got it because I'm a Niners fan. So gold, red and gold.
So what's with the practitioner? What I mean, how'd you get that? What is that? What do you?
So one of the guy that I idolize, I don't know if you guys heard of him, but his name is David Goggins. He's he's a lion by heart. You guys got to look it up. David Goggins. He's a
David
retired
Goggins.
Navy SEAL.
We'll put him up here.
Yes, Navy SEAL, retired Navy SEAL, and I read his book and everything, but he stated that, you know, don't be a theorist, be a practitioner. So if you're trying to motivate someone, you cannot just tell them to do whatever it is that you want them to do. In order to be credible, you got to do it yourself. So, you know, you got to be practitioner. So that the same goes with me. That's why I work out. I have to find time to work out because I can't tell people to say, hey, you know, better yourself if I can't do it myself.
Yeah, so you leading by the example. That I always wanted to ask you what was that about. I'm glad you answered that question for me there. All right, so we're gonna go into something called the Chief Says Speed Word Game. All right. So here we at the Chief Says Speed Word Game. This is a concept that we do. We're gonna give you 3 words individually, and whatever come to your mind, whatever come to your head, you just gotta say it. You got 3 seconds to be able to say something. Else the production team is gonna buzz you out, and we're just gonna give you another word. But so again, whatever comes to your mind, you just say. So this is just for fun. All right, here we go. You ready?
Ready?
All right, here we go. Football.
Fun. Let's go Niners.
I knew you was gonna say that. I said, okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Second word is mental toughness.
It's you. It's within you. You have to make that decision.
Okay, mental toughness. That's a good one. All right, they almost got you on that one. Here we go. And it's the last one. Family.
Family is everything. They're the reason why for everything you do. Their purpose. They're your reasons.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for playing the Chief Says Speed Word game. You did an outstanding job. So what we're gonna do is at the end of our session, we always give our guests a Chief Says shirt here. So you'll be getting one of these. So the production team's going to get with you. We're going to get your size and your address, and we're going to send it to you. So these are not, you can't buy these. The only thing's going to happen is you got to be a guest, or you have to actually, on our Instagram, one of the guests actually asked me a question on my Instagram. And what I do is I actually answer their question, and then I give them a shirt. So this week, the person that asked me a question on my Instagram at Chief Hickson was Shyla. All right, her handle is at _ Shyla _ So she will be receiving this shirt. We're going to be able to get this out to her. So we're going to get an address. We're going to get her a size, and we're going to get that out to her. So if you want a shirt, make sure that you actually submit a question to the Chief Says or at Chief Hickson on my Instagram, and you can get a shirt as well. So I would like to thank my guest, Mr. Erice, all right, for actually gracing our Chief Says, all right. So again, I appreciate, I've been chasing you down, trying to get you to get on the show. All right. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for providing some fire information for the Chief Says audience and your audience as well. So I would like to thank Brandon by K and the viewers that submitted their stuff and Brandon by K for making Chief Says a reality where you, the viewer, can benefit from. So remember to subscribe, like, turn on your notification. The Chief Says. All right. So at the end, guess if you help me, always do it at the end. Chief Says, let's go.